Hey guys, welcome back to the Peyton Project. Today I want to do a video on the pros and cons of Queen's University so that I can help you make the decision on where to go. I know that high school students are making that decision June 3rd, and I'm here to help you out. Let's get into it. I'll start with the pros about Queen's first so we can kind of get into the positives before we look at any of the potential negatives about the campus. First of all, Queen's is a beautiful university located on the water of Lake Ontario, and this comes with so many benefits as you can go for nice walks by the water, but you're also 5 to 10 minutes away from downtown Kingston. It's a perfect location and an enclosed campus. If you're looking for a place that's just student life, Queen's is a really good place to go since you don't really see the people from Kingston on campus and it's just student community. Secondly, Queen's is a very social community where it's easy to make friends and join clubs that are full of people like you. My one thing is do orientation because that is where most people meet most of their friends. Next, when talking about academics, there are so many support services, whether it be student academic success services, mentorship programs that you can be involved in, or even just going up to your professor and asking them for help. One thing that I found out when going to university was that you are not just a number at Queen's. My high school teachers used to tell me that you're just a number once you go to university and people don't know who you are, but I have had countless professors remember my name and my interests even years later. That's something that really builds the positive community that you get to be involved in when you go to Queen's as a student. Personally, I love Queen's, so I'd never tell you to not go, but at the same time, people like different things, so the decision is completely yours. Since there are pros and cons to every choice, it's important to talk about the cons of Queen's. The first thing is that our reading weeks are never matched with any other university, and because of that, when you go home, you normally don't get to spend time with your friends that are going to a school somewhere else. Queen's has their reading weeks during the week of Thanksgiving for fall and the week of Family Day in winter. So instead of having that holiday and then a week off, you just have them compacted together. That can become a problem, especially in first semester, because you do 4 weeks of school, a reading week, and then 8 weeks of school until your exam period. So that last stretch can be very exhausting. The next thing that's important to consider is that the winters are harsh at Queen's. Being right beside the lake comes with the drawback of the icy cold winds. And when I say winds, I mean winds that are basically knocking you off your feet when you walk. So keep in mind you need warm clothes for winter, and on a really windy day, just don't go out. Another thing that's important to consider about Queen's is that it is a very competitive university. There's a lot of competition when trying to volunteer or find research positions. That doesn't mean it should scare you away, it just means that you should be prepared to put a little bit more fight to get the position that you want. The last complaint that I have about Queen's is about the mayflies. They come out mid-April and they last until June, and let me tell you, they are the worst. These flies are so small that they get everywhere. If you do see them, you're gonna want to avoid them. I heard when I was in high school that people used to wear scarves to make sure that they didn't swallow the flies, and I will say that I've never done that, but I cannot say that I've never considered it. Regardless of there being pros and cons, Queen's is an amazing university. I'm so grateful for doing my undergrad there, being able to experience all of the opportunities that both Kingston and Queen's has been able to offer. I would never go back on the decision I made to be part of Queen's Health Sci, and I hope that I can convince you to do the same. Moving forward, I will continue talking about school so I can answer questions about course selection, the MCAT, applying for med school, anything like that, and I will continue traveling in between all. That's the plan, but this is the project.